Okay, we're live. Hello, hello everyone. Welcome. Today we're going to be talking about Holly Berry. Holly Chloe, Haley Bailey, Holly Bailey. Today we're going to be talking about Holly Bailey. She is playing the new Little Mermaid. She's playing Ariel. She's leading it, and people are very upset about that. They are very upset. So we're going to do just a quick 1 hour stream to discuss some of their concerns. And we're going to see if these are some valid critiques or if it is just thinly veiled racism. I'm going to play my intro and we can get right into it. Um, Hello, Bawamba. I'm gonna call you Bawamba from now on, just to shorten it. Um, Lantoinette, hello, Vitamin Chica. Um, Let me add this to the screen. Should I make this bigger? Let's make it like this. Yeah, the Little Mermaid trailer came out recently, and already, guys, there are like 50, 100,000 dislikes. Um, Not all the fans are pleased. I think 2 million, nearly 2 million dislikes, and it's just days after the trailer has released. Um, so why? Why is that? I thought I would present some of the arguments today with a neat little slideshow for you to enjoy. Um, and we could go through that together. I'm also going to put the link in the chat. Don't come up just yet, but it is there if anyone would like to address anything that I say as I go throughout it. Because I made a poll and someone did have a concern in the poll that we were blackwashing. So let's go through it a little bit. Um, Hello, Kendi, London. Yeah, guys, make sure to like the video. Share it, put it in the Discord if you want. Light conversation, guys, hour max. So the first argument is that it is not lore accurate to the Danish literature that it's based off of, um, which is true. It is not lore accurate to that. That's a very real critique, guys. But the Little Mermaid that we know, Ariel in the Disney animated movie, is not lore accurate either. There are significant differences between what Disney made and what the original book tells, and there was no outrage over that when the Little Mermaid came out. There is only outrage now that her skin color has changed, so it seems hypocritical when everyone seems okay with the entire story being changed. Remember, guys, the Little Mermaid that we know. Let me see if I have a picture of her. Yeah, the Little Mermaid that we know is not lore accurate. So I'm not sure why this was an argument someone brought up to me. I'm not sure why someone said it is kind of a blackwashing of Danish lore when the original that we're remaking is not lore accurate either. So, and keep in mind, arguably, her being black doesn't really change anything about the story. I'm pretty sure, again, they're doing a remake of the Disney movie, which was already a remake. So there's even less reason to me to be accurate to the Danish work. So that is my response to that first point. Being black does not really change anything about the story. Disney changed literally the entire story. Nobody got mad. We changed the skin color. Somebody mad. I don't know what that means, but maybe you guys can think about that. The second argument is that she has ginger hair, and as in a person who has red hair naturally. And this is a very small minority of people in the world. And it is unfair to take the identity of this extremely just this is a minority, red haired people, and make her black. Um, and this is true, guys. This is a small minority of people. I think 1 to 2% of the world at the highest, maybe even less. And this is an interesting take for me. My initial response was number one, It looks like she's remaining red haired in the movie. They haven't changed her hair color aside from it not being the extremely bright cartoonish red in the like it is in the animated movie. And number two, ginger is not a race. It is a hair color. Someone please correct me if I'm wrong. Ginger is not a race. Black people can be red-headed naturally, um, as we can see in these beautiful photos. The original stories were not kid-friendly. Yeah, like they changed the entire story to market it to kids watching Disney. Nobody was upset. They changed the skin color to market, I assume, to a more black audience. And now there is like an extreme uproar. How dare you change the entire story? The entire story. They said changing her skin color was just changing the entire story. But whatever. Yeah, so ginger is not a race, it's a hair color. And black people can be redheaded naturally. So critiquing her skin color seems like an odd complaint in this case. To me, maybe not to you guys. Oops. But here's what I think would be a valid critique. Halle Berry, Halle Bailey, I don't know how to say her name. Halle Bailey is not a natural redhead, I don't think. So if the redhead community was saying something like, we want a natural redhead to play Ariel, I can see validity there. I don't know how much validity, but there's some there, right? Like, why not let a natural redhead play the redhead? I can see validity there, but I have yet to see anyone make that argument. I'm not going to make it for them. The argument I've seen being made is her blackness is the reason why she can't play a ginger person, not her hair color. Now I'll let you guys decide if there would be this much uproar if it were a white woman with a red wig or red dye in her hair. I don't think there would be. We have a lot of white woman characters like that. I have Scarlett Johansson on the screen. She's not a natural redhead. She plays a natural redhead. Nobody's really mad. Um, don't know. Don't know. The third argument I've gotten is, what if we made Black Panther white? That is the whole argument. It is, what if we made Black Panther white? I'm not sure what that argument means exactly. I think it's meant to. Now let's pause. Let's pause. First of all, let me make this big on the screen. The White Panther on the right side here, I'm gonna go ahead and admit that's a clean suit. That's a clean ass suit. Like, I'm not even going. I'm gonna give the accolade to whoever made this for whatever reason. Um, I'm gonna give that. Ursula is blue, but a white woman is playing her. I don't know, because blue is not a race. What if Ursula was Indian, but a white woman was playing her? But I don't know. I don't know if that's a good argument. I mean, it is an argument. She's blue and she's played by a white woman. Nobody is outraged. Well, if hair color is an argument, then yeah, sure, that can be an argument. Well, there are not blue people out there, I don't think. I hope I'm not discriminating. But I think the argument is meant to invoke something in you. You're supposed to say, oh, he's right. I wouldn't like Black Panther if he was white. But in reality, I don't think that's a good comparison for a few reasons. Again, remember, changing the Little Mermaid skin color has none, if any, major effect on the plot. While changing Black Panther skin color affects the character as a whole. Keep in mind, Black Panther and a lot of black characters have stories specifically tied in with their identity generally, and oftentimes they face black specific issues. If you change Black Panther's skin color to white, now I have questions. Like, is he still the king of Wakanda? Is Wakanda still an African nation? If it is an African nation, is he just the only white guy? Are his parents white? Was he born to black parents, but his skin color white? Are they white? Is he adopted? Is he like albino? Right? Does the nation of Wakanda just accept this white family as their rulers? Is it a separate universe, right? Marvel does multiverse stuff, so that's possible. And in this universe, where Black Panther is white, is Wakanda now a European nation? Like, there are now critical plot failures, and you more or less have to create an entirely different story around Black Panther. Whereas the Little Mermaid turns black and nothing really happens. Maybe one of her parents or both are now black. Don't know. I don't know what it changes about the Little Mermaid. I'm gonna play. We have some videos of black girls and boys reacting to the new Little Mermaid that I'll play at the end of the live stream to see if these children see something wrong with it. But that'll be at the end. Captain America is a white Black Panther. The only difference is the suit. I did not know that. I didn't know that. The modern Ursula is based on, I believe, a drag queen. I didn't know that. I don't keep up, guys. I'm not watching The Little Mermaid. I'm surprised so many grown white male adults are watching The Little Mermaid. But interesting. Now, keep in mind, guys, when this person said, "What if Black Panther was white?" It really shook me. I'm gonna make this big and put these images on the screen because I think we need to imagine for a second, okay? Can you guys just imagine if someone took a character you love that is black and they changed them into a white character, right? Indian, Asian, Latin. What if they took a character that you loved and changed it into a white woman or man? Can you guys just imagine this for a second? Because I don't think you guys have imagined it ever in your life. For someone to just come in and take black characters who mean something to you and just change them white. Can you guys imagine that for a second? Just as these images flash on the screen. Now I hate this one in particular. Look at this. Hold up. Look at this. Because what threw me about this is a Gods of Egypt, I think, is this movie. It's been a while since I watched it. On the left and right side, you have the black slave guards, but then you got the white the white king and queen and prince. This makes me, they didn't even make the slaves black. I mean the slaves white, just the kings and the powerful people and the gods. And okay, I mean, interesting. Like, if you had made everybody in the movie white, I could have said, oh, just a classic case of whitewashing. But literally, the slaves and guards are black, but the kings and queens are in Egypt, in Africa. Anyway, so yeah, I just wanted you guys to kind of imagine if somebody turned characters that you loved, right? Someone who meant something to you, someone you believed in, a black man or woman you believed in, who you hold closely to your heart dearly, take pride in. And they took that meaningful person and they just turned it white. Can you guys imagine that? I'm sure you can't. I'm sure none of us can imagine what that's like. So it was good to do this just quick little imagine exercise together. Yeah, thank you for imagining with me, guys. Now, this is going to be a controversial opinion, guys, but I'm sure I'll receive some hate for this. I actually don't generally care about race swapping unless it's integral to the plot. The reason I brought up Princess and the Frog is because if you change this woman to a white lady, I don't really think it would affect the moral of the story or anything major. Hello, Mara. You came in at a wrong time. I am now defending white people. If you change Tiana, that's the Princess and the Frog, to a white lady, I don't think it would. I really don't think it would affect the moral of the plot a lot, or anything major. Now, to be fair, I haven't seen this in a while, but I'm pretty sure the plot isn't dependent on her being black. In fact, this is actually based off of German folklore, I'm pretty sure. And that's the book, The Frog Princess. That came out in 2002. But the Frog Princess folklore over in Germany has been around. I mean, it's folklore. It's been around and around and around. So I don't care. Like the original princess is white, and I don't think it mattered to change her black. I don't think it would matter for her to be in. I really don't matter. Now, Princess Tiana is my princess and the frog in the same way that Obama is still my president. Because I'm just not going to have a German princess and the frog. Um, hello, Tony.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. Surprised to see the stream.
Okay. Are you here to defend? Um, are you against the Little Mermaid being black?
I have a problem in the sense, like you said, that's our Princess and the Frog. That's what
Mhm.
I watched as a kid. So I think for them, because Disney is inevitably going to remake it, because the only reason why they're remaking all these movies into live actions is so they can keep their IPs, so they can keep the name and all that, so they can keep the property. My only problem is that if yes, the original Princess and the Frog story is German, but the movie that we saw, the animated one, was altered so far from the original and it fit the theme. Like it doesn't take place in New Orleans and it's not the exact same storyline. It's like a reboot, I guess you can say. And it makes sense and it was really well done. That I would be upset if they race changed because it would completely change the tone of the film. Whereas the Little Mermaid change, it doesn't affect the plot because race was never part of her issue whatsoever. My only problem with that is that it's cheap representation, and this is coming from me, a person of color. I think it's cheap representation because it's just them saying, "Hey, look, we put a black lead in the film." That's what it's doing.
Do you think that's bad?
I think it's bad just for the sake of woke to be woke. I have no problem with black leads in films. I love seeing that.
Do you think
I
it's What do you mean when you say woke?
well, they want to say they're trying to show that they are equally representative of all different races and such, and which is again a good thing and nothing wrong with that. I agree with that. I think you should be representing a wide majority of people and sexualities and such in film and media.
Hmm?
But this is cheap. Instead of creating an all new character, of black origin for kids to look up as a role model and all that, they're just changing one that already exists for no reason.
Don't they also
It's
make
cheap. It's cheap representation, is what I'm saying.
don't they also make new black characters though, or
They
do they
do
just steal them?
occasionally. Yeah, not a lot, not often. I think we can both admit that there's not like a lot of brand new black princesses and such coming on.
Okay, I want you to hold on to that thought. I'm gonna let Cantor on go, and then I'm gonna get into my next and last argument because I think that's the argument you were making.
Yeah.
Cantor.
Um, I just wanted to say there are mermaids that were kind of African uh, deities, or I don't know if it's technically a deity, but like I don't know why they assumed that mermaids didn't exist in other places. And mermaids didn't have a skin color in the first. They're all made up.
Um, I think this is directed towards Tony C. To respond to Cantor, I don't know any like I have no clue about any lore regarding mermaids. The only lore I've seen is that one of my friends made a meme and shared it, and it said after all these black people y'all drowned during the slave trade, and y'all think there are no black mermaids. That's the only lore I know. And it was just a poor and dark joke. So I'm gonna have to take your word for it. Um, River Muma in Jamaica. I'm trying not to say these because I'm going to not say them good. But to you, Tony C,
I
I think
added a link in the back chat
okay,
to
I'll pull
Mommy
that up.
Walter.
I'm not denying the existence of mermaids that look different based off of other people's cultures. I'm not saying that whatsoever. I'm saying the version that we saw in the original Disney animation film, of course, it isn't accurate to the original Danish lore, the original Danish fairy tale, because 99% of the the old Disney fairy tales had significantly much darker endings, and they're not going to put that in a film. Pinocchio gets tortured and dies in his. That's no wait. What is it? Cinderella. Her stepsisters get their feet like cut so they can fit inside the like actually like chopped partially off so they can fit inside the glass slipper. That's significantly much darker than what we see on screen. So yeah, I'm not claiming the original Little Mermaid was accurate to the Danish uh, fairy tale, but this remake isn't accurate or faithful to this version that Disney released. It's not faithful to the Disney Mermaid story.
So to you, changing the skin color has a negative impact on the world in making this remake.
I don't think it's inherently negative, but I think it's justified not to be happy about it.
Do you want to see some videos of little black girls and boys like looking at their TV and being extremely like excited and shocked that there is a black Little Mermaid? These kids are not articulating that we want our own black character. We don't want like they're not really articulating that.
And I get that. And I get that, but also yeah, I see where you're coming from. I'm looking at this from the standpoint of me as a kid watching these movies and watching these remakes come out and just seeing how poorly they respect the source material of the original films. Mulan race wise kept everything like exactly like the original film, but it was just not a good movie because they didn't respect the source material. I think that's just a big problem with Disney with remaking all these films. The Lion King movie wasn't that great, the newest one. It's just Disney as a whole hasn't been respecting the source material of their original films that they're remaking. And like I said, this is just cheap representation.
Is the cheap representation? Well, you said it's not a negative, but you also said it's bad. I don't think it's bad. I understand.
I don't see it as inherently bad, but I do see other people's reasoning because they're poorly representing the Ariel that was created by Disney, the original Disney.
I do not care about the original Ariel in the same way that I don't care about the original Frog Princess or the original Danish Little Mermaid. Do you think it would be fair for? Never mind. Let me not ask that question. I'm gonna let Vitamin go since you have been up here, and then we can. I want to get to my last point because you are making it, and I want to get through it before the 30-minute mark. But please keep that on your mind. Vitamin.
I care about original Ariel, and I won't say I don't understand it, but I really don't care for the way everyone's trying to make so much logic out of this. And oh, it's the source material and da-da-da. Like, it's literally a children's film. It came out when I was like 4 years old. It was the first VHS tape I ever had, and I watched it every day, all day. And as a 37-year-old woman, it means something to me to see her in brown. And I watched the babies, and like I literally cried when I saw the trailer. It's meaningful. And for people to sit around and just try to pare it down to, oh, well, it just doesn't make sense in the source material and blah, 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 blah. Like, that's a bunch of bullshit. I'm not trying to say anything about anybody specifically, but I'm just saying, like, if you can't just take at face value the meaning that it has for the children that it's intended for and the black grown people that it's intended for, then it really makes me question a lot of things. Like it just like you may say, oh, it's not that big of a deal, it's a woke thing or whatever, but it's still meaningful. Representation matters, and representation we spend a lot of money. I know my family spent a lot of money on Little Mermaid and Toy Story and all that shit. So we have the right to see these things in brown, should they choose to make them. And that's all I wanted to say.
Thank you. I'm pretty sure Tony is
Black and Hispanic, black father, Hispanic mother.
Okay. What does he think about Cleopatra being played by a white actor? That's not the comment I'm looking for. Did you want the mermaid to be white?
I would have liked to seen an actual redhead, yes, or yeah. I see. I have a big problem. I don't know if anyone's really noticed this, but Hollywood and such has had a really thing in recent years where they just take a lot of their redheaded characters and replace them with black actors. I don't know what it is what they have against redheads, but I just noticed that, and that really irks me. Like I think
Have you been here the whole live stream, or did you hop in later?
I started when right before you started showing the white versions of like the black and white Jesus and all that other stuff.
Are you aware? So you think a natural redhead could have played the character, and that would have been fine?
Yeah, I'm not saying the black actress, whatever, Miss Berry. I'm not saying she's a bad choice. I'm saying, again, me personally, it doesn't affect me. I'm not lining up in the theaters to go watch Little Mermaid. I'm just saying I can see other people's point of view and why they may not like it.
Would you be
Again,
okay
it's not a
with,
bad choice. It's a
if she
controversial
had,
one.
if Halle had natural red hair, would you be okay with that then?
It's not even that. It's just that they're replacing redheaded characters in a lot of media to just black people for the sake of inclusivity.
No,
while
yeah, that's what
also-
I'm
I have
saying.
a question.
If she had red hair, though, if she naturally had red hair, the actor, she will have red hair in the movie, so she will still be redheaded in the movie. But are you
I have a
saying
question.
are you saying you would
I
like
do
the
too.
are you saying you would like the actor to be naturally redheaded?
I would like me personally. I would have liked the actress to be accurate to the original Disney film, but again, it doesn't really affect me. The black actress doesn't bother me.
I have a question. Does her skin color or her voice matter more to the integrity of the story?
Again, doesn't affect me personally. I'm not.
No,
I'm not.
this isn't. I'm not trying to bait you. I'm asking you, since if the point is about the integrity of the source material, does her skin color or her voice matter more?
I'm gonna say skin in terms of matching what the original animation was.
So
But you said
she,
no. I'm the original animation. The focus was on her voice, was it not? The whole thing was about her specific voice and how beautiful her voice was. The witch took her voice specifically to use it, was it not?
Yes. The plot of the movie was about her voice, but I'm talking about.
Okay, and
I'm talking about translating the animated female to live action. Should have made it accurate.
but if her, this is what I'm gonna. Have you ever heard Halle Bailey sing?
I don't know.
I would suggest you go listen to Halle Bailey sing, and then tell me if you know a white singer currently or prior that sings like that.
Tony, I think what Vitamin is trying to say is the director or producer, I forgot which one, specifically hired her because she came in. He said she came in at the beginning of the day, and they were doing singing auditions. And her voice was so incredibly beautiful and talented that for the rest of the day, anyone else who came in, he could not see them as his Little Mermaid. So he cast this woman, and she's asking, does the skin color override that? Is it more important for her to be accurate to having white skin or to, I guess, being a good singer? I don't know a lot about the movie. I assume that she sings a lot.
Yeah, it's integral to the plot. Again, if she was picked just for that reason, fantastic. I have no problem with that. Again, me personally, this doesn't affect me. I'm saying I can see other people's arguments. That's what I'm over here explaining. I do not care that she's black. It is fantastic that they got a fantastic singer to play this role. Again, race does not matter to me here. I'm saying, me personally, my own personal preference, I would have preferred to see an visual accurate person in there.
But isn't it a remake? Like, isn't it a new?
I imagine they're going to keep the same plot. In which case, just like the Mulan movie and just like the Lion King movie, and I can't remember any other ones that came out, they kept the plot almost one for one. It just didn't translate well.
And why did you say those other movies didn't translate well?
The Lion King really only works because of the animation. It's really hard for me to feel sad watching a non-animated realistic lion scream no as his father falls to its death. It just didn't look good. it was weird. I don't know, it just didn't look good. And then the Mulan, they added different story elements that weren't in the original animated film, and that just ruined it for me. But
Did you go the same way about Brandy as Cinderella?
what was that? Sorry.
As I'm a woman, but did you feel the same way about Brandy as Cinderella?
They made a new Cinderella.
When Brandy played Cinderella like a long time ago, she was in the movie with Whitney Houston. Did you have an issue with her?
I don't recall seeing that.
Um,
I never knew that existed. I up until you mentioned it right now, I have no idea. I'm not gonna comment on something I don't know about. Again, I've no problem with them race changing characters. I've just noticed that it's really weird how a lot of redheaded roles in media, like if they're pulling from a different source material like comics and such like that, they're getting replaced by black actresses or actors. It happened quite a bit in the CW with.
it's not being black that makes you not a redhead. Black people can have red hair, and it is rare in black people, but it's rare in every race. Red hair is just rare.
It's a rarity, yes, but I'm saying, but they're in very few, like Starfire in the Titan show. They made her black. Iris West in the CW Flash. They made her black. MJ in the Spider-Man. They made her black.
What color is Starfire originally?
Orange.
Orange. I was about to say orange.
They made an orange woman black, the alien woman.
Yeah.
What should she have been?
Orange.
Like
Again, I was just saying they snuffed a lot of redheaded roles and just gave them to black people for the sake of representation.
you keep saying they're taking redhead roles and giving them to black people, but those
I can guarantee you that nobody that plays Starfire would be having their natural red hair. It would have been a red wig, a bright red wig, regardless.
You could say they're giving them to black-haired people, brunette, blonde, or different hair colors, but you're specifically saying black, even though being redheaded is not specific to, like, a redheaded person could be replaced by another redheaded person, and that replacement be black. It's not that you have black skin that makes you not a redhead.
That's fair, but they don't always do that. Though.
They're taking our redhead characters and making them black. That I don't think that would change. In fact, Starfire, like you were talking about, is a redheaded character, and in the show, she's still, even though she has a black actor, she still has red hair. So I'm looking for the lost link here.
I just like a good translation from the source material to the screen, and they're not doing that in my opinion. I like representation, I really do. I love seeing black people in media. Obviously, I'm not against that, but it's cheap representation.
So
oh, sorry.
No, you could, unless he's talking around.
You can go ahead, Panther.
So, which Disney movie would you, aside from The Princess and the Frog, what Disney movie would you like them to remake that you're okay with them having a black character in?
I would just like them to make new stuff, honestly. They're only remaking this. They're only remaking this to keep their IPs on the properties.
I think most media generally are remakes, even when they don't change the characters. Like Superman and how he has 50 million different versions, or Batman, or any other Marvel DC character. Generally, people remake something because it's well known, as opposed to making new media, although there is new media out there. But I guess, is that a fair critique, guys? Like, they're remaking too much stuff. It's just that it's fixated specifically on when they remake it into something black is when I generally hear criticism like this. Like, I don't hear anybody talking about how they hate how Superman has 50,000 different Supermans with different stories and different origins and different I don't hear that generally until if you remember, the new Superman is gay. His son is canonically gay, and they were extremely upset about that. So I'm again, generally, I don't see the why are you remaking our favorite characters argument unless it's about like black, gay, trans, remaking it into a woman, or another minority.
See that doesn't bother me because I'm pretty sure Superboy does come out as gay in the comics. They're translating a comic story to the screen or animated, however it's going to be made. That makes sense. That's the original story they're taking, and they are doing right steps in terms of finally giving black people the roles that they should have, like the new black cat Batman. Sorry, the new Batwoman. Sorry, I'm pretty sure she's a woman of color, which is what it is in the comics, or at least the newer comics. So they are going in the right step in terms of representation, in terms of remaking characters or shows or movies and such. It's just I don't know. It just doesn't sit well.
But do you have a problem with the 50,000 different versions of Superman?
No, not in particular.
Would you have an issue if they made Superman, not his son, but the same him, and he was gay, and made a movie about it currently?
No.
But that would be changing the source material.
I haven't read every Superman comic. I can't say he's not gay in some. I know there's pink kryptonite and such, but
So this is specifically about media that you personally hold dear, and you not wanting to change anything about them, even in a remake.
yeah, like I said, this is just a personal preference. I'm not saying this should be the way for everything because of me. Again, I have no problem that Ariel is going to be a black woman at all. I'm just saying I can see why some people might not.
The chat would like me to move on. I'm now looking at the chat. My apologies, y'all. We have been stuck here. Nia asked, should an actual Egyptian have played Cleopatra?
Preferably.
Okay. You said these are not your personal arguments. You came up to play devil's advocate, but I think generally people are not mad about who plays Cleopatra. I don't think people were even mad about Gods of Egypt. If you remember, I put that picture on the screen where all of those melanated people somehow all had white skin. And people aren't typically up in arms about that. The black community is sometimes, but not society generally. Do you see it as problematic if society has an issue with remakes when they're now including black people, trans, LGBT, whatever, but they don't see a problem with remakes that literally just do anything else but make the skin color black?
I feel that people that have a problem with just seeing black versions of characters and only because they're black, that's a problem. I'm not mad because Ariel is black. I'm just saying I'm mad because not mad. I can see why other people would be upset because she doesn't fit the description that we saw in the original animated film.
But can you not see that that is like a thinly veiled excuse, or how it can be perceived as a thinly veiled excuse that people will use as, oh, it's not because of racism, it's just because, it just should, the source material and all types of things like that's flimsy.
I hear birds.
My apologies. Yeah, I'm trying to get them to quiet down. I'm sorry.
You have birds.
Yeah, I have a Kiwi and Kwando. Stop.
That is interesting. I'm not going to let these rude folks argue with you any longer, Tony. You can say your final thoughts, and then we will move on.
No, again, I've made my point. I mean, it's obviously not a popular one, but I can see why some individuals are. And I didn't even know they were remaking the new Little Mermaid until I was scrolling through TikTok and I saw a bunch of black TikTokers making the argument I'm making from their own point of view. Though this is like them actually saying that, and it made me think a little bit. It's cheap representation. That's what I'm trying to get at. It's just cheap representation. But now knowing that the director, whoever picked her for her voice, that's altered my opinion a little bit because obviously that was a major factor and fantastic. Again, I did not know that bit of info prior, so I'm willing to admit my error in there.
I mean, I would say it's problematic to see it as cheap representation when we don't even know the. I'm guessing it's going to be the same, but we don't even know that yet. All we
And
know is that she's black in this remake, and she sings a whole new world.
Patty, would you be willing to pull up a clip of her singing?
I'm not my copyright. Hmm?
I
Y'all
think
not
if
gonna.
they're singing it, like when theme is played, the lady singing, you can't play like the produced whatever. And you don't even need to play a whole song of her singing
Oh yeah, let
to
me see.
prove the point. Well, I mean, I don't want to say it like that. I don't want to come off as aggressive. That's not what I meant. But I meant like,
no, I believed you. I don't.
yeah, no, I don't want to make it seem like I'm trying to like gotcha you or anything like that. But
No, like I said, I personally I have no beef with the actress they picked, and if they picked her because of her voice and it turns out fantastic, perfect. You're not going to hear any argument from me on that. Again, I'm not going to watch The Little Mermaid. It's I'm a grown man with no kids. It's not really my film.
I think I'm just offended you didn't know Brandy and Whitney played in their own Cinderella with Whoopi Goldberg, and
child, these are
I'm
babies compared
offended.
to us. They don't know.
I haven't seen Friday. I haven't seen Love and Basketball. I haven't seen the Black Initiation movies. I don't play spades, so I'm not gonna I'm not going to drag for that.
That's more so of an age thing, I think, than like a race thing with you. Because I was a teenager and or in middle school when those things were out. So
Okay. Um, Thank you, Tony. I'm going to my bad. Vitamin Cancer. Did y'all have additional? I was still pulling up the vocals. I don't think I'm going to play it because the only one I can find is the movie trailer, and I don't want to get a copyright strike.
no, that's fine. I was going to step down. Thank you guys for your time.
Thank you, and y'all can always hop back up as well.
I'll step down, but I did put links to some of the African mermaids in the chat, in the back chat. So I'm just like, it's not new. These aren't, whatever. I'm gonna go. Thank you.
That version of Cinderella. Thank you, Cantor. That version of Cinderella was a cultural movement. It was a big deal. Um, all right. I will take y'all word for. Oh wait, I have seen that. I don't remember it too well. I do remember Whoopi Goldberg was in it. I didn't know the woman was Brandy who played it. Um, let's see. I'm going to put you down here while I forgot where I was, y'all. I'm not going to lie. I think what I was going to say is I don't care that they changed the skin color of the princess and the frog. To summarize what my argument was, I really just want to get to these black girls reacting because that was giving for me, and I loved it. Only the actual president should play. um, okay, so let's move to the next slide. The next argument is this is blackwashing. How can you people complain about whitewashing if you do it to yourselves? Now, first of all, you people, who, who people? That's interesting. When it comes to black characters replacing white characters, they call it blackwashing. I think generally people call it race bending. And the idea behind it is that black people don't really see themselves represented like that in TV shows and movies and comics and other media. So they make black interpretation of existing characters. And the counter argument to that usually is why not make your own characters? To which I would say, why does it matter? Or specifically, why does it only matter when it comes to skin color? And I do think, it's important to have original black characters. My bad, I was reading something, but I don't think every time someone remakes a character into a black character, the whole nation needs to be in uproar, especially when it's generally only when it's being remade into a black character or gay, as we talked about earlier. Yeah, so why does it matter when it only comes to skin color? We talked about Superman earlier today. He has 50 million different interpretations. Ain't nobody besides there's probably some diehard comic book fans out there who are like, no, Superman doesn't wear red and blue, he wears blue and red. This interpretation is like, there's probably somebody out there, but generally I don't think anybody cares. There's been like 3 Supermans on the big screen in my lifetime, 3, 4, or 5, and then a bunch more in different animated movies and stuff. Don't nobody generally care. Here, let's make it like this. Batman, same thing, like 50 million different Batmans. Don't nobody really care. But as soon as, I guarantee y'all, this is the Little Mermaid. This is the Little Mermaid. I wasn't even going to watch the movie until I see all this backlash, and now I'm going to go support, of course. But this is a child's movie, a character created for children to enjoy, a character whose original story was completely changed for the sake of children enjoying. This is a child's character. Imagine if somebody made a black Batman or Superman. Actually, you don't have to imagine. Well, you would have to imagine black, but like I was saying earlier, Superman, the new Superman is gay. He is canonically gay. He has not made the big screen yet, but he is gay in the comics. This is Superman's son. Now, what everybody thought when they saw this panel was they rebooted Superman and made him gay. Why don't they make their own character and make him gay? Why do they have to take our character? Keep in mind, we just went through like 50,000 different versions of Superman on the screen. Nobody cares about. As soon as you make him gay, the world has a lot to say. And this was not even Superman. This is his son, and his son is canonically gay. Nobody cared to research that. They just saw Superman kissing another man, and immediately, oh, the woke agenda, what's going on with everything's changing. Y'all know how conservative people are. So that is what I would recommend if y'all want to imagine what it would be like if Batman was black. Just go search Superman gay woke or something like that. I guarantee you will find some mess on YouTube. I thought he was bi. He might be. I don't even read comics. To be honest, I don't read comics, y'all. I don't believe the people who are outraged read comics. They just saw a gay man and got mad. That's it. A gay Superman. My Superman kissing another? No. Like, make a whole different universe where Superman is born with only one testicle and he's barren and can't have children. Nobody bats an eye. Make him gay or black. I guarantee y'all they're gonna lose their mind every time. Maybe he's bi. I don't know. They can never define woke. Woke is literally just being gay in public, or being black in public, or being a woman in public, being Indian, be anything other than white. Literally, they make Superman have red hair, and everybody's like, "Oh, cool, that's quirky. He's a different version of Superman." They make him have a black suit. He had a black suit in the recent movie. Oh, cool, he's quirky. He's dark and angsty. Make him black. Make him black. I guarantee if y'all make Superman a alien from a different planet, make him black. I guarantee you they're gonna go up in arms, even though it has no impact on the story whatsoever. Can y'all imagine if Kryptonians are black? Can y'all imagine that? If Kryptonians are black and they come to Earth, this superior race of black, They're gonna be, and I guarantee they're gonna point that out. Why do they feel like Kryptons are superior just because? I guarantee they're gonna point it out, even though it's the same story while they're white now. But make him gay and black. Woo! Make him a gay black woman, a gay black trans woman. Excuse me. I guarantee they're gonna lose their mind. Why are they making our characters woke? What are the kids gonna think when they see this? How am I going to tell my kid that gay people exist? Let's see what the I promise. So let's see what the kids think about the Little Mermaid. Let's see what the kids think. Oh yeah, and I did want to point out, even though we do remake black characters, we do remake white characters into black characters. Black characters also exist. So I'm not sure. I don't know why that's an argument. Literally, y'all, everything is a remake. Your favorite TV show is a remake. We just watched Sandman. That was a remake of something else. We watched Love, Death, and Robots. That was remade, inspired. Those were all remakes of, most of them were remakes of books or old literature. We watched this and that and that. And like literally, what's it called? Twilight Zone, Erica recommended, is a remake of a remake of a like it's 3 different versions of Twilight Zone. Everything that you know today is probably a remake. Superman is a remake generally. Batman is a remake generally. People don't care. People do not care. But make them black. Remake them black. I guarantee they're gonna lose their mind every time. Kids are actually understand. Like tell a little kid, hey, men like men, and they'll be like, oh, okay. Are we still eating macaroni tonight? Like they do not care. Now let me pull up these kids, because this is a very real concern, guys, and I'm going to take these concerns seriously. Okay, I'm gonna take these concerns seriously. So we're going to look at some kids and see what they think of this new woke mermaid. Let's see what these kids think, because this is cheap. Okay, guys, this is cheap representation. They're saying. So let's see what the kids are saying. Whoops.
I think she's wrong.
Does she look like you? How does she look like you?
Well, she's broke. Well, she has no skin.
Ooh.
Money. She's like me.
Right.
She's like me.
I know, right?
Ariel.
What do you think about the Ariel that you just saw?
I liked it.
Why?
It's beautiful. And I don't know how to say it. So beautiful and lively and
She's beautiful and she looks like what? She looks like you?
Yeah, she's probably like you. We're gonna go see it when it comes out of the theater.
yes.
So we're going to see the Little Mermaid when it comes out. High five.
Wow. Did you guys just see how the woke agenda is just destroying these children's mind, and how did you guys see that? Because that's what they're saying. Did you guys see? Did you hear the one kid who said this is a cheap representation of black people? And did you guys see that part? I mean, maybe I didn't. Did I look hard enough, y'all? Be honest with me. Did I look hard enough? Maybe I wasn't looking hard enough. Let me see if I go back If I go back enough, maybe let me put it back on the screen just briefly. Let me see.
Why can't we see your face?
They're about to show it. Keep watching.
Oh, she's black! Oh my god! Yes, 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 yes! Oh my god! Oh my god! Yes, a black mermaid! Let's go. Oh my god!
I don't know. I'm not seeing it, guys. I'm just seeing some happy children who are like black and happy to see representation where they usually don't. Which maybe it's me. Maybe it's me. Like I shouldn't be ignoring the fact that the woke agenda is taking over and it's going to make our kids think it's okay to blackwash, they said, blackwash a white woman and remove a white woman's place from the world where she rightfully deserves. Like maybe show the link. What is this link? I cannot copy it. It won't let me. Yeah, I can't. So I have about 3 or 4 minutes. If anybody would like to come up and comment on anything that happened during the live stream, hopefully this will help you if you are engaging with anyone who is mad that Ariel is black. I'm going to try to make timestamps for the separate arguments. Her singing. Oh, I just heard her singing. It gave me what it needed to give. It gave me what it needed to give. I hope it gave you guys what you were getting from it. And then, you know what? Let me play my intermission, and we'll do a quick after show. Just a few minutes.
You really want to catch fucking 350 pounds of dude on your ass?
Of course.
Sounds like a good time.
That's a good time to me. He hop on my meeting, he start riding me. I said, Daddy, don't stop it. Look how he drop it. Just like a pilot, I'm all in his cockpit. I lick the cock tip, I let the cock drip.
Okay, guys, let's get into a little bit of something. So I don't know why, but here were some arguments from Christians against the Little Mermaid, which is a Facebook group, and they were extremely mad. So let's see what they have to say. The Little Mermaid. Okay. Only problem with a black Little Mermaid, Ariel knew her father. That is very racist. The new Ariel is going to have fried chicken and macaroni. The little slave. Looks like a woman is wearing blackface to prepare. So these are Christians who are against the Little Mermaid. Now, I don't think this belongs on Facebook. I'm not recommending anybody do anything about it, but I would like to make more people aware that this page exists, and hopefully Facebook will do something about it, because it seemed like it's just a lot of racism and not much else, which this is most of the argument that I'm getting online. It always comes to, it's not about race. I just don't want my character to be black. Don't know. Let's not end on that. Let me put something nice so that we can end on something positive. I just wanted people to be aware that I guess Facebook feels like that is appropriate content to have on their platform. I don't know why. How about this? Let's do a lame joke, since I like to end on those lately. My girlfriend borrowed $100 from me. After 3 years, when we separated, she returned exactly 100. I lost interest in that relationship, but and now you're just left alone. but tis. You deserve credit for this, but tis. That's all. That's all, guys. We are right on the hour mark, and because I was a few minutes late, it is instead like 11:02 Eastern. So that's unfortunate. Check the Discord. So I'm gonna check the Discord. Other than that, I don't think I have anything for you guys. We can all be collectively outraged in the Discord together and discuss things. Thank you for watching. Make sure to leave a like if you haven't already. Oop, there's something else inflammatory. I'm not going to put it on the screen. It is also racist. Yeah, but make sure to leave a like. Subscribe if you're not subscribed already. We have a Discord, but I'm not dropping the link, so I don't know why I just said that. And that is all. Oh, my Cash App is Cash Money Sign TBMOTH. That is my official Cash App. I just want to let that be known. Let me make that a banner across the screen. Don't send money to it. Don't send money. Just know that it's out there. And you can look it up, and my face and name will pop up because it is my Cash App. But don't send money yet because I don't know how taxes work, so I have to figure stuff out before I advertise. I just wanted someone to be informed. With that being said, good night, everybody. I hope you enjoyed yourself here. My name is Prince Petty, and this has been Man with a Mic.